The Five Guys are looking absolutely empty. Häagen-Dazs is looking melted. Booths are finding itself really painful to look at. How are you all, sir? Very well, thank you. Well, could you help me with the virus in some way? Yeah. Get rid of it.
It's not true. They're not virus.
Why you and me are wearing the masks?
Because they are human beings, they want to control the world. That's normal. And they want to impose it to do something that is not true. That's normal. What you have to do?
Let me say something like this. I don't know if it's true or if it's a story.
It's a story.
So
don't forget that America is a country that created the biggest story in the world. Like a Disney, isn't a storyteller.
So the Mickey Mouse is no longer working. The magic is gone.
It's gone.
The La La Land has collapsed.
Yes.
You have been watching Hollywood movies for a long time and trained you and me and everybody else. I wasn't trained. I wasn't trained since I was born. I was never been trained.
I've been trained until 7 years old. And after I reset my mind.
So you have, in every story and every movie, you have two options.
Yes.
Just you and me. Either believe
Or
the
not.
story or not to believe. If you believe the story, you will not get closer to the truth. If you disbelieve the story, you still don't get to the truth. For 2,000 years, we've been told a story that the earth is not a place for you and for me. There's somewhere else that's much better. So everybody is dancing on a Sunday, Friday, Christmas Day, on the Muslim day, on the Hindu day, on the Chinese day, on the American day, on the British day and the French day. And we have lost to know the life is not with all of this. It's a simple breath you take, the sparkle of the water that you retain, the freshness of the mind that you're not being identified with. The moment you're identified as green, brown, black, yellow, orange, you've been hijacked and kidnapped by the politics and religion. The moment you identify with a land, that this is America, that is China, this is Korea, this is India, this is Africa, you're hijacked by those people. The moment you are identified with a religion, with God, your God will always definitely have a fight with the other God. Because your idea is great only if you're alone on this planet. But the only problem is you're not. Because you have been brought on with the greatest idea that the God has created the man to make you a confusion, in turn make everybody else a confusion. So this is my message to everybody on the planet, wherever and whoever stops me, anywhere on the planet. I tell the way it is. I'm not here to attack anyone. I'm not here to get votes for anyone. I'm not here to teach anyone. I'm not here to preach anyone. But I'm here to say that by looking inside of me, I know that you and your children, your grandchildren, every single one on this planet needs exactly the same. Food, a roof over your head, and a relevant education which you can thrive as an individual and a human being. And you can rise to the very top, just like that banyan tree. It's living its fullest. It's not producing flowers. And people go and put orchid plastic flowers in there. Stupid idea. These things make people believe that that tree is producing flowers. It doesn't produce flowers.
And it's not.
It does give shelter to life. One part of your heart and your lungs are hanging up on those trees, because every time you go under that tree, you feel fresh. Because your exhalation of carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide and all the filth that you put inside gets absorbed by that tree. And that what tree is exhaling that you and I can freshly breathe.
Nice message, sir. Beautiful message.
The message is so resonating, but people don't get it. Even now, people can't get it because they think it is made up, it is to control. Your freedom is entirely your making. If you don't get identified with anything, nobody will touch you. Nobody can touch you, and nobody will have the power to alter you. Because you only know the life the way it is, not how it's been projected by books, how it's been projected by your government, your friend, your father, your teacher, your school, your university. None of them can project the way you are. You're just a life, an amazing life that is throbbing. Everything is working for you perfectly. Only thing that is not working for you is what you learn. It's troubling you all the time. What you learn is limited to what you did not learn. What you did not learn is everywhere. Scientists, politicians, the politicians guess. The gods, people believe. In between, there's a money makers. Look at the people, how they behave and make money out of it. The politician guess, the religions believe. The guess and believe is not real. And the people who are smart, watching the people, think, right, I can earn money from him by selling an account, insurance, selling something like a bank account, give a mortgage, a credit card, give a loan, and buy you out. Buy you out for the entire life by selling fear. Selling fear to you can own you without you ever knowing it.
Yeah, and dividing people.
Yes, or the division comes because you're identified. You cannot be identified with anything. If you get identified with anything in life, you will definitely be divided within yourself. Not by the external situation, but because your mind doesn't set to which one should I take, believe or disbelieve, Democratic or Republican, black or white. No, when it comes to the interior of you, you're just a life. Phenomenal that you can become an infinite possibility. The moment you're identified, your possibility is narrowed down to just a victim of your own making. It's inevitable. The moment you say, I am brown, I am white, I am yellow, I am green, you cannot move out of those parameters in your head. No matter which way that you look at, you will constantly remain in that. People say, oh, and if somebody wants to help you, really, this is how they should talk to you and how you should talk to me. Approaching me just like the way I am. Not the way you project in your head, which has no relevance, or to you or to me. Because you and I, at the moment, the problem right now is that we had to wear the mask. Before we had fights against each other, but whatever I exhale, you breathe. Your body didn't refuse it. It's only that we created something that it doesn't accept in you, or possibly it didn't exist in you, or possibly it might take your life. Possibly it might take my life. We don't know. Nobody knows. What we know is very limited, so limited that it causes us Psychological drama. Look at all this. I mean, at this time, September 23rd, I won't be able to talk to you like this. You'll be rushing out to the Everglades. You'll be rushing out to the West Key Point. You'll be rushing out everywhere. You would not be able to stand, and you and I won't be able to even say hello to each other. I mean, how can it be possible? All we know is that you can still rise. You can still reverberate as a life. The responsibility is entirely in your making. Nobody is to be blamed. You cannot blame anyone. We can only blame ourselves because we don't know any other way to live. Compulsions, our memory, our thoughts, our emotions, our nonsense of how big is my booty, how big is my wallet. It's all psychological nonsense. How big is my car? How big is my bank account? Where are they today? Nobody's out there.
Thank you, sir, for the message.
It's so terrible that people are so excited with their body. They identify with their body. The moment you identify with your body, you're a lost case. Nobody can help you. Nobody can help you with your psychological nonsense. Insane and sane is a fine thin line. Every day you and I walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. One day you're going to cross. The moment you cross, you will see those guys sleeping under the trees, get drunk, drugs. Because no God, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing is going to help you. You're on your own. No psychology, none of that is going to help you. It's an impossible task if you allow that to happen. And I always encourage people to take, if you're responsible, if you're a responsible life, you will do what is necessary. You will not do more, you will not do less. It's like you are left in that sun, in that chair, for the next 5 hours. If I tell you stories that is relevant to you, you will not listen because the sun is going to get you out. You'll be fainting, you'll be struggling to stay awake because you haven't created your mind and your body and your emotions and your energies to listen to you. I can sit here look at the way I'm dressed. 32 degrees, I'll be walking 32 kilometers already. I walk to Miami Beach, I walk to the financial center. The buses are free, metro lines is all free, but I walk. Because what you see from above is not real. What you see whilst you're walking is all real. Right around you, you can smell, you can hear, you can see the suffering, you can see the struggles, you can see the pain, you can see the individual pain, individual struggles. All of those you can see only because you're interested with life. But you're interested with an identity of you cannot see you. I will not even stop and talk to you. I will not even say hello to anybody. Because everything we are psychological. Every night, if you manage to just close your eyes and you fall asleep without taking drugs and alcohol and all that rubbish, your body and your mind is listening to you all the time. That you can change the subject of your life depend on the environment you're in. Because you don't carry this nonsense that is not relevant to the next place. You leave it here, you keep it here, and you start something new.
Thank you.
And if you're able to do this, you will ride the forces of existence. Otherwise, the forces of existence are so powerful. When a hurricane is coming, you will have to shut all this down. Whatever we build will have to be boarded up. Even that we don't know if it's going to stand. Because the nature can come and take you and me. I can turn around and fall and finish. That's it for me. I don't know the next second. I don't even know the next breath. If I can take it back. If I don't take it back, I'm gone. And that's how phenomenal, sensitive, fragile, and no matter how big you look, if you can't take the next breath back, if you can't inhale what you exhale out, your story is done. The earth is not going to miss you. The birds will not miss you. The earth will flourish much better than you and I'm here. Or everyone else is here. All the politicians, all the religious gurus, and all these jokers. The earth will not miss you and me.
I know.
It will have the most beautiful life. It will bring back the life like never before. Okay, folks.